time, believe me, there's a much bigger threat to the men in blue. That's him! Kill the bastard with the video camera!
Hey folks, how's everybody doing here today? Rogue Nation with you. Today we're going to be watching a video. It's another First Amendment issue. These folks, they're in a park, South Bend, Indiana. Potawatomi Park, it looks like. And there's an event going on, and of course they're walking around, and they're part of the anti-abortion debate crowd. So they've got their signs and their pamphlets, and they're walking around, and they're talking with people. They're doing whatever they're doing. The cops show up and they hustle them off the property. Now, I'm going to stop when I see the issues, okay? Because if these people pulled a permit for an event, these folks might have to remove themselves from where they are initially as we start the video. That might be allowable. But we'll get into where the issues are, and let's go ahead and watch, guys.
Yeah, we do, and we've seen them actually.
What?
Sometimes
That's fine.
Sometimes people criticize them. This isn't even like an actual photo.
Where's the picture with the baby?
Oh, the pamphlet that we have. Oh, that one over there.
You guys got to talk to us.
I just had a baby, so I was like encouraging.
Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it.
10 police officers.
All right, God bless you all.
10 free. God bless you too, miss.
I mean, we're being forced out right now.
Unless you guys have a permit to set up. Yes, it's called the First Amendment. This is public property. Yes, it is. They're about to beat us up and take us by force. These police officers, these tyrants are about to take us by force. They've already said they're ready to throw down. But this is a city park. Is there a captain here or a supervisor? Where is the other guy?
My level. The one we followed.
So you are going to trespass us from public property. For what crime have we committed? No, but we're on public property. I know, but we're on public property. It is not a. So this is a public park. There's kids playing in that park over there that are not part of this event.
There's kids playing in the park and you're showing bloody fetuses. That seems like it's going to be more harmful.
Well, First Amendment speech is protected.
Oh, wait,
for the
so it
very
is a bad
reason
thing?
that it's considered offensive by people. Okay, go. Well, you're hearing from our lawyers now. Okay, good luck. Hey.
Okay, that's the first issue I see that the gentleman brought up. If there's other people in the park that are not connected with the event and they're allowed to be there, then they really can't force anybody out. So, I haven't seen any fences around this private event. I haven't seen anybody taking tickets to get into this private event. So this might be the first mistake they made. And again, nothing I say, guys, is legal advice, and I never want anything I say to be believed. I want you to check it out yourself. Don't take my word for it by any means. Always, double check what anybody says to you. Could be your mother, could be the president, could be a Harvard PhD. Always double check when it's something important. So that's the first issue I could see possibly being right there. Now, let's continue on because there's a couple more issues that come into play here.
All the way to the other side of the street. You guys are good.
Oh.
Other side of the street, sir.
I don't want to have to go to the other side of the street.
This is owned by.
Okay, right upon into the second issue. The second issue I see here is, you see where those wooden poles are? You can guarantee that anything on this side, you know, towards the street side, is going to be a public right-of-way. Okay, you'll notice the sign there that this gentleman here with the black hat is standing underneath is also on, you know, the street side of those wooden poles. And you saw it. You can rewind it and you'll see it as they walk by that the sign is on the street sign of the poles. So past those poles, that's the public right-of-way. So no matter if the park owns it, which the park doesn't own it, it's the city, the county, whatever, whoever owns that particular park, they would be the owner. But it's not the right-of-ways ownership that's in question, right? Like in property law, if you own property next to a street, technically your property extends to the center of that street. It's just the way it is. In case the city ever abandons that street, that right-of-way will then revert back to the property owner, which again is something that doesn't happen a lot, but that's the way it's laid out. So if you have property next to a street, your property technically reaches out to the center of the road. However, you have given a right-of-way. You know, that's part of the deal. And you know, that's to facilitate traffic, motor vehicle traffic as well as foot traffic. Now, as we go on here in this video a little bit, you'll look and you'll see that there's no sidewalk on this side of the street here, right? And it's just, you know, supposedly park and then street. So there'd be nowhere for a citizen to walk except in the street, which I don't even think would be legal. So it's definitely a right-of-way. So there's that.
This is the last time we're going to tell you. Go to the other side of the street. That's it. Go. Wow. Tyrants. Evil
There's
tyrants.
cars. I know. It's like as we leave, there's a lot of encouragement from people to keep doing what we're doing. This guy's making a video dancing in front of Mike Bully. He's recording himself dancing like a fool.
There's different levels of like hostility and different. So here you kind of get like the hippie hostility. Whereas before it's just like the sex.
Also different levels of being a liberal. There's like, yeah, full on gay liberal, and gay liberal.
Man, this might be the day that these
like
people get arrested.
anarchist.
It's about Dad's turn.
Yeah. Well, hey, we had it in Wisconsin. So, I mean, it's not that bad. Like what? I mean, it could be like a $500 fine or something.
Oh, my car's back at back at Yoda Crossroads for free. That woman over there, she's probably the most encouraging person I've spoken to outside of an event ever.
She was joking about having $200 on the wipers.
I said, yeah, I hope they put $200 underneath my wiper. Man, Mike is upset. No! pay to be here.
So can we pay?
Next year, let's set up a booth here.
We buy a booth under it.
And then we can spread out wherever. They can't tell us no.
Because then they have a permit for a booth. Let's make that a loophole.
How are you? Jesus is Lord. God will not be mocked.
Oh, here we go, everybody. Dad might get arrested as well.
Now, there's two issues right there that I see. One is people clapping for another man going to jail. Listen, unless you're hurting kids or women, killing and raping, I'm not clapping if you're going to jail, bro. And especially not for something like expressing your right to free speech. These folks know what he's doing. He's expressing his right to free speech. They don't like his message. Maybe other people won't like his message either. But that's not the point. The point is that free speech is supposed to be controversial, right? It's supposed to stir up emotions. It's supposed to make people think, right? So that's one issue I have. The second issue, and I don't know what his charges are, doesn't say in the video or in the description of the video. But if it's not following a command to get across the street, then they definitely messed up. Because, as I said, he's definitely there on the public right-of-way. He was right on the border there of the street and the grass. And as you can see on the sides here of the video, that there are vendors set up right there on the street as well. So it wasn't like he was obstructing the street or anything of that nature. You know what I mean? So I'm really hard pressed to know exactly the reason why he was arrested. So we're gonna go on and see what else goes on, because there's something else that goes on here, some intimidation I'm gonna show.
Over there, thank you, sir.
So Mike Gully has been, arrested?
It's really important we get everything on video.
Mike Gully being arrested for asking for an ordinance. He was asking for an ordinance, officer. You're a tyrant. Man, you are a tyrant. I cannot believe. You're a thug. You're a thug.
Propagating a public official.
You pretend to uphold the law. You don't even know the law you're pretending to uphold, Dan.
Amen. Spread that message, brother. Listen, that cop turned to him and said, if you say tyrant one more time, I'm going to consider you propagating, I don't know what the hell he said, it was hard to hear, propagating a public official. Whatever that made up law that he just said is, or whatever law that doesn't apply to him saying tyrant to this guy. You know what I mean? Like the guy talking on the video, he's like, oh, thug, you're a thug, that's it, you're a thug. I would have been like tyrant. You know what I mean? Like, listen, this stuff's got to stop. You know what I mean? That this is just, and look at the force. You know what I mean? Look at the sheer intimidation, right? That's what this state is about. That is what our government is about. It's intimidating you into obeying what they say, you know? And again, not a lot of people, not a lot of citizens have the time to spend going to jail, you know, and doing, you know, the paperwork and going through court and everything. They've got jobs and they've got lives. They've got kids, and the state knows it. They know that the majority of people are vulnerable because of our spot in life, right? We gotta go to work, right? We gotta pay these bills. There's so many bills. You know, hardly anybody owns their house. Everybody's paying a mortgage. Everybody has to go to work, right? I think the number is 40% of Americans spend more every year than they earn. I mean, these people, they have to go to work, right? They gotta pay the bills, so they're not able to be like, you know what, F you, take me to jail, you know? And that's what these fools count on. They count on it, you know? We'll bring 10 officers there and we'll tell them to do this, and they'll do it because they don't want to go to jail. I don't even have to play the rest of the video. Nothing else happens. You know, they end up, you know, just staying across the street. This guy ends up, you know, finally getting taken in. You know, I'll leave the description, obviously, for the video down below if you want to watch the rest of it or get updates on the case from these folks. But, yeah, like I said, it's, you know, there's definitely some issues presented in this video. So, guys, let me know what you think of the video, and you know, leave me comments down below. We got a lot of stuff to go over, and we're gonna just keep banging them out. All right, thanks, guys. Later.
What's this? What do you think you're doing? You think you could just come in here and film police officers training?